Okay, I'm going to show you how to find the maximum using your calculator or the minimum using your calculator. So we're going to use this problem that we've just done in our notes. We're going to need to get out our graphing calculator. So go ahead, get out your graphing calculator, make sure it's on. We're also going to make sure, just so that our calculators behave the same, just to make sure that our setup is the same. So let's go to y equals. Make sure that your plot is off and your y equals are empty. If your plot is on, it'll look like this. So if that plot, any of them are highlighted like that, just scroll up, press your enter button, and then it'll be clear. Okay, so we want to find the maximum value of the bacteria in that dish. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in our equation. Our calculator doesn't have a t, so I'm going to use an x. So negative x is right next to your alpha cubed. So to get to that exponent, you can press the caret button right above your division. Some of your calculators will do this where it actually raises it. Some of yours will actually write a caret. Either one is fine. 3. If your calculator behaves like mine where it leaves it up there, that cursor, just arrow over so that your cursor is not in the exponent anymore. Plus 16, again, that x squared. You can use the caret button again, or they actually have a button for squared. Minus 55x. Okay. We could also type in this equation as well, the one that we factored. The only thing is sometimes it's harder for that one with all your parentheses. Okay, now we want to graph this in order to figure out what's the maximum value. Because when we sketch it, we know it goes up, but we have no idea how high that actually is. So to make sure when we press graph, we all have the same graph, let's go to zoom. 6. You don't have to do this every time. I'm just going to encourage you to do it so that all our graphs look the same. And we can tell that we don't have a complete picture. We want a complete picture at least between 5 and 11 because that was our reasonable, our feasible domain. So to change the window that we're looking at, we're going to click window. Right now it's going from negative 10 to 10 on the x values and negative 10 to 10 on the y values. I want to change that because we found our feasible domain to be 5 to 11. So let's type in our minimum as 5. Our maximum is 11. And we'll leave our y value because I'm not sure how high that goes. So I want to see if I can see it on my graph. Okay. So I can see first this dotted line shows you that it's not the y-axis because in order to see the y-axis that has to be a negative number so that we can see both sides. But I still can't see the highest value. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to change my window again. And I want to change my y maximum. This is where it's a lot of guessing and checking. We don't know how high it's going to go. So I'm going to try 100 and let's see if we can see it. That was a lucky guess. So I can actually see my maximum point. Sometimes it doesn't work out on the first try. That's okay. Just keep changing your y maximum until you see it. Then to calculate our maximum height, or our maximum value, we want to press calculate. So second trace. Second trace. And we want to press 4, or you can scroll down to maximum. Either way, it's fine. And press enter. Now it's going to ask you for the left bound. So if you see that cursor, I like to call it my little Spidey guy, scroll to the left of what you believe the maximum to be. And you can be anywhere to the left. And I'm going to press enter. Then it's going to ask you for your right bound. So scroll over to the right. Okay, that's to the right of my highest point, and I'm going to press enter. And then it's going to say, hey, do you want me to guess? And I'm like, absolutely, Chip, my calculator. And it tells me my maximum X value and Y value. So my X value was 8.51. My Y value is 74.38. Now, if I reread that question, find the maximum volume of the bacteria in the dish. My volume was represented by my Y value, or in this case, V of T. So maximum value has to be 74.38. Okay. I want you to try example 3 and let me know what you get.